Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the science class. Let us continue our chapter Force, Work, and Energy. Our today's topic is different forms of energy. Now, beta, we have learned that when we apply force and if the object moves to a distance, then the work is said to be done. But to apply force, we need energy, and we get energy from food. And when we have energy, that energy produces force, and the force does the work. So we can say energy is the ability to do work. We need energy to apply force so that we can do work, and nothing can happen without the energy. So let us study different forms of energy. So the first form of energy is muscular energy. It is the energy that is used to do any kind of work like running, walking, swimming, lifting weight. All these kinds of work need energy. And which energy? Muscular energy. And it is the energy which is stored in the muscles of a human being and all other living beings also. So this muscular energy helps us to play, to jump, to run, to swim, and any other kind of work. Now the second form of energy is heat energy. Heat energy is the form of energy which helps us to cook food, boil the water, and helps to move the air. Now beta, if your mom cooks the food, do you know which kind of energy she is using? Yes, she is using two kinds of energy, muscular energy to cut the vegetables and also to heat energy to cook the food. So, mama खाना कैसे बनाते हैं? With the help of heat energy. Also, in microwaves we use heat energy to cook the food. Also बेटा, जब बहुत ज़्यादा कोल्ड होती है, ठंड होती है, तो हम bonfire लगाते हैं to make ourselves feel comfortable with the help of heat energy. And heat energy is also used to iron the clothes. Now, the third form of energy is electrical energy. Beta, our life is handicapped without electrical energy as everything is running with electricity. हमारी सारी चीज़ें ही electricity के साथ चलती हैं ना, and we just have to plug the appliance in the electrical socket and switch it on. All these appliances like fan, refrigerator, AC, washing machine, elevator, all these appliances work with the help of electrical energy. So we cannot do anything without electrical energy nowadays. But now how this electrical energy is produced? We can convert the heat energy to electrical energy, solar energy with the solar panels to electrical energy. बेटा solar panels हमारे स्कूल में भी है ना, and wind energy to electrical energy. Now the fourth form of energy is solar energy. It is produced by the sun. So the sun produces solar energy and it reaches us in the form of light and heat energy. Light energy is used by the plants to make the food with the help of process called photosynthesis. And heat energy, but we feel warm on a sunny day. Why? Because of the heat energy of the sun. Mechanical energy, it is also called motion energy, means it is the energy which is possessed by the objects due to their motion. जब भी कोई ऑब्जेक्ट मोशन में होगा तो उसके पास कौन सी एनर्जी होगी? मैकेनिकल एनर्जी. लाइक द कार इज मूविंग, इट हैज़ मैकेनिकल एनर्जी, एंड द मूविंग एयर, द मूविंग वाटर हैज़ mechanical energy. All the objects which are moving has mechanical energy. So the last form of energy is atomic energy. Atomic energy is the energy which we get from atoms. But the atoms are the smallest particles of the matter. So it is the energy which is produced by the splitting particles of matter called atoms, and it is a very important form of energy, but if only it is used carefully, otherwise it can be very dangerous. So atomic energy is the energy which we get from atoms. So as we have learned different forms of energy, so you must be wondering that where was all the energy produced. तो ये एनर्जी सारी प्रोड्यूस कहाँ से होती है? सो बेटा लेट अस नो that the living things like us get energy from food, and plants make their own food, and the animals get their food from the plants. बेटा plants जो हैं वो अपना खाना खुद बनाते हैं, and animals and our human beings हम उन्हीं plants को खाकर अपना उनसे अपना खाना लेते हैं, और then we get energy. So how the plants make food? Beta, we know that plants make the food with the help of the light of the sun, with the process of photosynthesis. Now let us look at this diagram. We can see that the sun produces light and heat energy. Light energy is used by the plants to make their own food. Now the herbivorous animals, means the animals which eat plants only, eat those plants to get energy. Now the carnivore animals, means the animals which eat the other animals, eat those plant eater animals, means herbivores, to get the energy, and in the end they are able to do the work with the energy. Now the heat energy of the sun is used by the air to move from one place to another, and also used by water to produce steam, and also to used by organic matter to produce wood, coal and petrol, mean other natural resources. सो इवेपोरेशन के लिए भी हमें, मीन्स पानी को इवेपोरेट करने के लिए, स्टीम बनाने के लिए भी ज़रूरी है, एयर को मूव करने के लिए भी ज़रूरी है, एंड टू प्रोड्यूस वुड, कोल, पेट्रोल, इन सबको बनाने के लिए भी हम हीट एनर्जी को यूज़ करते हैं. सो फ्रॉम दिस डायग्राम इट इज़ क्लियर दैट द सन इज़ द basic source of energy. Without the sun there would be no energy, and without the energy there will be no work possible. So the sun's heat and light energy are used to produce different types of energy which are used by us to do the work. So our next topic is simple machines. But when we think of machines, we think the machines in factories, printing press, industries, but the simple machines are much simpler than these complex machines. And in fact, these machines, complex machines, are made from the simple machines. So these machines help us to push or pull the heavy loads over a increased distance. हम एक जगह से दूसरी जगह heavy loads को transfer कर सकते हैं with these machines. So ये machines क्या हुई? These are the tools that make our difficult work easy, fast and simple. So these machines should be handled with care. Why? Because these machines change the direction of our force applied and increase the speed of the work that is going to be done. So let us study these simple machines in detail. But there are 6 types of machines, simple machines. So the number 1 is lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge and screw. So these are the 6 types of simple machines that we are going to study in this chapter. So let's study lever first. Beta, a lever is a stiff bar that turns around the fixed point, and this fixed point is called fulcrum, and it helps to move the load. And this is बेटा ये जो लीवर है, this is a flat bar जो एक fixed point के around, fixed point को हम क्या बोलते हैं? fulcrum, and it helps to move the load with the effort we apply or the force we apply. So the examples of the lever are scissors, nutcracker, stapler, and these levers are used to lift weights, cut things and open the lid of the tin cans. But just we have to apply the force, that is called effort. And जितना भी हम close होंगे fulcrum के, that makes our work more easier. उस fixed point के बेटा हम जितना close रखेंगे उस ऑब्जेक्ट को जिसको हमें मूव करना है, that will make our work easier. Now the wheel and axle. The wheel and axle are the two wheels are attached to a rigid rod. बेटा दो wheels एक रॉड के साथ अटैच होती हैं और उस रॉड को हम क्या बोलते हैं, एक्सल. अगर हम एक्सल को रोटेट करेंगे देन द व्हील विल ऑल्सो रोटेट. बेटा जैसे आजकल आपके ट्रॉली बैग्स हैं ना, एंड जैसे आप उसको मूव करते हो तो उस व्हील्स की हेल्प से आपके बैग इजीली मूव करता है. यू कैन इजीली मूव द हैवी लोड ऑफ योर बैग. दिस इज द सिंपल मशीन दैट इज यूज्ड इन योर बैग्स. एंड द एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस इज डोर नॉब, screwdriver, car steering wheel, and the movement of the axle makes moving of the heavier object easier with the help of axle and wheel. जैसे बेटा एक्सल मूव करेंगे तो मीन्स रॉड को मूव करेंगे तो व्हील्स भी साथ में टर्न होंगे एंड दैट विल help us to move the things from one place to another. Now the third simple machine is pulley. A pulley has a grooved wheel and a rope running between the groove of the wheel. बेटा एक रोप होती है और एक व्हील होता है, ठीक है. और उस रोप की हेल्प से रोप पे जब हम फोर्स लगाएंगे, एफर्ट लगाएंगे, दैट विल हेल्प टू मूव द हैवी लोड्स. एंड द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द पुले इज वेल. बेटा वेल से पानी निकालने के लिए हम किसकी हेल्प करते हैं, कौन सी सिंपल मशीन की हेल्प लेते हैं, दैट इज पुले. एंड फ्लैग पुल इज ऑल्सो द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ पुले. सो पुले में क्या होता है, एक व्हील एंड और एक रोप, and with the help, by applying force on the rope we can push or pull the heavy loads. Now the next is inclined plane. But inclined means angle and plane means flat surface. It is a sloping surface, mean एक slanting surface होता है जिस पे हम अपने heavy objects को, heavy load को easily lift, roll down कर सकते हैं, easily move कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. So it makes our work easy by moving the heavy objects with the help of inclined plane. And the example is when we have to take the patients on wheelchair or on stretchers, we use a ramp. We use the inclined plane. So this is an example of simple machine, that is inclined plane. And when we have to put heavy loads on the truck, so we use a ramp like simple machine. So these are the examples of simple machine, which is inclined plane. Now the wedge. But a wedge is formed when two inclined planes meet at a sharp and pointed end, and the wedge is, in this way the wedge is formed, and it is used to split an open object. Beta wedge is used to cut the materials apart. So it has a sharp end, and the example of it is knives, forks, axes, and the kitchen knife is an example of it, and the blade acts like a wedge when we have to cut the things. Now the next is screw. Screw is a nail having thread wrapped around it. So a screw is used to lower or raise the things or to hold the objects. It has a sharp pointing end. So the examples of the screw is screw jack and a cap of a bottle, or the jar lids, light bulbs. All these are the examples of screw. This is all for today. Read the chapter carefully and underline the difficult words and find their meaning. Thank you.